Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'.
Welcome.
I am going to
welcome.
check to see if we've gone live. It looks like I'm live. Can you see it?
Not yet.
If you've got any friends or family, this is kind of an impromptu. Let me see if I've got
You are
this.
live.
Am I live?
Yep.
Can you see me?
Are.
Am I straight?
Yep.
Okay. So come on in. Tell us where you're from. Tag a friend. This is an unusual time for me to be live on our wall. Hi, France. Yeah. And this is just a quickie one. So, it's funny because I swear a lot of times every time I go to do a live, a storm breaks out.
Well, guess what?
When I scheduled this impromptu this afternoon, and I'm like, let's do this. Let's just go live on this one. And it's because I've had kind of a busy week, we'll say. And so I schedule it, and then all of a sudden, a mystery thunderstorm. We're kind of in
right in between them.
Yeah, there's like 60-mile-an-hour winds north of us, and there's
hail and whatever.
Yeah. So, don't know how much of that, we've got the TV on over here so we can see if there's any emergency. Or if the lights go out, you'll know something's gone on. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think it's going to be a major storm. So here, we're getting a few people. Hi, Jill. Hi, Jean. Hi, Lori.
Kathleen.
Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Nick. I remember the name Kathleen now.
Yep.
From Northeast Ohio. Are you guys getting any storms up there?
No, it probably hasn't gotten there yet.
Well, I think I saw on the news tonight that there was storms in different areas. Well, I knew there was heat, but I thought I saw storms, Bill.
I don't know.
So tonight, what I want to do is... can you believe it? We are going to be starting, let me pull this out.
September.
A new catalog, and September, December mini catalog goes live. So I thought I'm not allowed to open up the catalog, just per Stampin' Up! Rules. We can just show the cover that we have it. And if this is something that, if you're not working with a demonstrator and you would like me to be your demonstrator, I would be more than happy to send you a catalog. First one's always free. But I thought I can show you some of the new products that are in the catalog. So as you come in, say hello. This is a very friendly group of people that get together. Pretty much we'll be back here tomorrow night at 7 p.m. also.
This is just an impromptu.
Yeah, this was just kind of a crazy little impromptu thing. But comment, like, share. People here become friends with each other. They friend each other on Facebook. Or kind of all... what kind of a little community, don't you think?
Yeah.
So, I picked this card for a couple of reasons. Right now, Stampin' Up! Has 15% off until the end of the month, which is Saturday?
Yep.
Is it Saturday already? So, Saturday. So, I picked this because I wanted to use one of the DSPs that are... It's actually not in our catalog, but it's on our online exclusives. It carried over some holiday paper from last year, but I also wanted to use a couple new stamp sets so I could introduce them to you, and a die set that is absolutely fabulous. So this is like my Piccadilly parfait. The first set I want to show you is called Falling Snow. It is a red rubber stamp, which we're going to be using this right away, so I'm just going to take it out. And you don't need a block if you have this wonderful mat. This has been really awesome. But as you see, it has the snow kind of heavier up at the top, and then it gets thinner down at the bottom, depending on how you want to use it. But it has like actual little snowflakes in there, and like even mini ones. So stinking cute. So that's one. And then this next one, I'm just going to say this is my favorite bundle.
Well, you're not showing my cow?
Oh, I forgot about that. I'll do that right after I introduce this, okay? So, Or how about if I do it at the end?
That'll work.
Okay, this one's called Christmas Labels. I absolutely love the font, but it does come with a die set, and I love this. I love the retro look of the font with these dies and how they cut out. So we're going to be using this die tonight. There's 4 dies. When I think of my favorite cards to make, my favorite cards to make are not fun folds. They're not the detailed things. Like tomorrow, I definitely have an Avid. I mean, it is a stunning card. But my favorite ones are Pretty DSP, beautiful colored cardstock, and a sentiment. So I knew right away I was going to have this set. And if you buy it together, you do get 10% off. It is called Christmas Labels. Again, both of these stamp sets are currently not available until September 4th, and the dies, they're coming. This is a sneak peek. I'm going to pair this with DSP that carried over from last year. It's called the Winter Meadow. Have you seen this one? Remember this? It's really gorgeous. So if you have some of it, pull it out because this is going to be fun. I'm going to use the black and white.
I like that one.
With the stag on it.
Yep.
I think this is such a pretty piece of paper. I have some already that we'll cut down. So let's get started with making this card. The first thing I chose, I wanted, I love Pretty Peacock. I can't believe how many Pretty Peacock reams, it's not really a ream, but packages I have gone through.
Oh, I know. Since
this color has come back into my life. So it is kind of a deep dark blue green. If you're not familiar with it, let me move this for a second. So I'm going to make a card base here with the Pretty Peacock, and then we're going to use craft ink. And I don't think I use my craft ink that much. I haven't actually replaced it from the way our old the stamp pads are. See, it's still the old one. I just don't use it that much. But when I use it, I love it. And the only time I really use it tends to be more in the
holiday time.
Yeah, it does. So this is craft ink. It takes a little bit longer to dry, and that's why I'm going to start with this. So again, we have this great big block if you do not have this glass mat, but I really suggest getting it, especially when you're going to see what I'm doing. So instead of mounting this down and then turning it over on your set, I'm going to say put it right on your glass pad and just go ahead and ink this up. Now keep your stamp flat, or your stamp pad flat. Your stamp is already flat, but keep it flat so that you're not rocking and getting like I just did there. But it's because it gets a little bit less here on this end. I could cut this down. Maybe I will. How many people cut down your stamps? I know some people are like, it's taboo, don't do it. And other people do it. I do it because I don't like that halo effect. Then write ink to cardstock. I'm going to go ahead and set this down. Here's a tip, and I'm going to stand up. I want to make sure that I have this end kind of matching up here, or even a little bit past. And the reason why is because it gets a little lighter on this end, and then that way you don't see like a direct line across. Do you cut them? I love to cut them down.
Just if they need it.
Right, just if I need it. That's when I do it. So I'm laying another piece of paper on top of here, and I'm going to grab another one of our large blocks. This is an E block, because I think it makes a great way, to kind of rub across this and get that evenly distributed all over that cardstock. And I do want to give it a moment to make sure I'm getting that. It's flat. It's not going to go necessarily into. And I'm just going to pick this up. Okay, see? So this isn't as bright as we are going to do some embossing, but this isn't as bright. So I'm going to let this sit and rest off to the side because that takes a little bit longer to dry. What did I do with the, because I don't want to get craft ink all over everything. So I'm going to just lift this up and put it on here.
Clean it later.
We'll clean it later off camera. Yes. Okay. Then I have a scrap piece of Lost Lagoon. It's very wonderful. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Emboss Buddy, just kind of an anti-static thing, and we're going to take some Versamark. And I'm going to take the sentiment Peace on Earth. And ink that up. I want to check that, make sure I've got a good amount on there. I don't think my last one I had. I may need to re-ink my embossing folder. Give that a good press so that transfers. Yeah, I need to re-ink my embossing folder, but I think this will work. And I just keep in a little Ziploc my white embossing powder. Let's see if that covers it. Yeah, pretty good. Okay, get that on there. So let's heat up our heat tool. I'm going to try to do this on camera so you guys can see. The first time I learned this was my favorite technique of all card making. I thought I was such a professional. There it goes. It's melting that powder. That gives a good, clear image. Now, this will smear when it is warm, but it doesn't take long to cool down. So I'm gonna pull this out of the way.
Kind of like those retro.
Isn't that awesome?
Retro,
I love that font. Yeah.
Font.
Yeah, you're making fun of me. And I'm gonna bring in the Stampin' Cut and Emboss Mini here. And where did I put the plates? Here we go. So I'm going to take this die cut and kind of center it. And I am going to use, do I have a piece of washi? Yes, I do. Washi or a Post-it note just to kind of hold it in place. I've got my base plate. I've got my cutting plate. I'm going to put this down and then my other cutting plate on top. Run that through until it catches this handle, and having it on the what is this, Matt? Silicone craft sheet. Yeah, that helps kind of hold it in place because this doesn't have the base, the big base as our bigger ones do to cut that through. What's that? Oh, were you singing the song? He was singing, it's all about that bass. Jeez, Bill. Can't bring a man to. Okay, so let's just take this off. So now we have the background, and let me pull this off. The die cut. So look at this. It has these neat little slits through here, which I'm going to use to kind of pop this up. This is going to be, I'm not kidding, I really think this set is going to be quite good. So I'm going to set this aside for a moment. Let's go on to the next. I took out, I had already cut a piece of that Stag sheet when I was developing this. On the back, it has just kind of a gray tone, but this is a black and white and gray. And I want to cut this down to 3, which it's already cut at 3, by 4 1/4. So 4 1/4, measure twice, 4 1/4. which is a good length. I'll probably use that for something else because I get kind of the tops of the trees. So that's why I picked that size. And then I have a piece of basic white here. And this is cut at 3 1/8 by 4 3/8. So this is an 1/8 inch difference from the DSP, which is going to give a 16th inch border all the way around. However, this looks, yeah, that's right. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this right down to that white matte piece, which will pull in the white from the DSP and on our craft ink.
Oh, you're double matting, huh?
I am going to. You like that?
Yeah.
So what he asked me is if I'm going to double matte, and I am. I don't do it very often. I do like to matte things quite a bit. Matte DSP, especially, I mean, look at this little guy. He's cute. But the double matte using Lost Lagoon, and this one is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2, giving again that 1/8 inch border. When you put it together, gives you another 1/16. So I've still got a border of 1/8. Oh boy, that one. I got 3 of them open here.
What?
I know. Oh, great. Now I've got it stuck to me. Did you hear that thunder, Bill?
Yep.
I'm trying to move. Okay. This way, I still get a 1/8 inch border just with 2 colors. So it's a way to kind of give a real, you know, like when you mat a picture, you know, a family portrait or something.
Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, so give kind of that
So
rich
you're matting
feel.
a deer.
There you go. Yeah, except I'm matting a deer. Now I can take this. I very much love to have my projects very low profile. If it's over 1/4 inch, then the post office charges you more. Now this has dried thoroughly, so I'm not going to pop this up. I generally pop up the sentiments because a lot of times if they're over 1/4 inch but the whole card isn't, they'll let it go through. That's why. So let's just kind of center this on here. Doesn't that just stand out?
Yes, it does. I like it.
Can you see that well on the...
It just now showed up. So.
Okay. I figure. Okay. Now, what do you think of that double matte, Bill? You like that?
I do.
And what I like is, you know, if I were to have heat emboss this, it would have been stark. I just want a little color in the background, but I didn't want to take away from the Stag because he's kind of, you know, watercolored on there.
Yeah.
And so since he's nondescript, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some dimensionals. And I'm going to put these on the inside here. And that way. So if I did this, it's square, square, square. I always like to have something where you have some interest in the border. Now you could do twine on this. It just depends what you like. My other one was on this side, but my Stag was also facing the other way. So I think on this one, I'm going to have it on this side because I like that tree showing. I think that gives a little bit of... There we go. There we go.
Facing this card for sure. People are.
Are they really? Oh, that's so awesome. That always makes me super duper happy. Okay, so I need to, I'm hoping I'm not shaking the whole, I don't have a piece cut, but we're going to make a piece. We'll just cut one.
For what?
Well, I'm trying to grab for the inside because these papers coordinate so beautifully, and I felt like I wanted something on the inside of the card too. And then we'll do embellishments. So I'm going to do 3 1/4 by 5 1/2. And Bill, will you put in
Beverly Folks on.
Hi, Beverly. I'm hoping she's doing better. She had some surgery, so I've been kind of praying for her. So I have 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And then on the back of this DSP is this beautiful kind of wet washed watercolored background, and it adds enough of that pretty peacock and the Lost Lagoon. Boy, words are hard. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this down at the bottom, and put this in here. Now, Bill, will you do me a favor? I'm going to let people know that if you want any measurements on any of my cards, to sign up for my emails. I send them out twice a week, Mondays and Fridays. You got it on there. It's at www.piccadillystampin.blogspot.com. Okay, so I cut off just a 1/2 inch area there and then trimmed it off so that we could have this. But I want on the inside, I really like the font of this set quite a bit, and I love kind of more simple cards with a beautiful sentiment on it. So I went ahead and took the, where's my sheet here, the sentiment, another sentiment from the same stamp set. So I have the Peace on Earth, which I thought was really pretty for that peaceful scene. But then I wanted to add Celebrate the Holidays in All the Ways, because that is so stinking cute. So I'm going to bring in my mat again, my Stampin' Pierce mat, and let's ink this up in the pretty peacock right here on my card. For those of you who don't like to write long handwritten sentiments, I think my measurement is awesome. So that again was pretty peacock. We'll put this on the inside of here. So this is kind of a sneak peek. Now, obviously, if you're in my paper share, which by the way, I start billing on Friday. So if you want to get in on it, I will definitely put a link for you to do so. We've had some good sign up,
yes,
but
we have.
if you want to get in on it, this is kind of the last stretch to get in on it. And I'll explain that here in just a moment, but let's put this down. Now this DSP won't be in here, but the reason why I chose this one is because it ends, the sale ends on this DSP this week. So, okay. And then lastly, if you guys have not seen it, I think our embellishments are getting better every year. This is the Adhesive Back Pearl Trio. It's actually for another set, but if you look at these kind of silvery green pearls, I think they're so pretty. And so let's determine, let's put this in the opposite corner. Put one there and one there. And I'll show you with the Stag going the other direction. Now, I usually do two because if I get three, I can't really get them in a row. I don't know. Some people are really good at that. But look at this card. It was simple and easy. I plan on using up both of these sheets. These are going to be my personal cards this year. And let me show you the other one. So here it is. The Stag going in the opposite direction. This was on the other side of the cardstock, and I have the Peace on Earth on this side. but so stinking pretty whichever way they go. And this one, I have this on the same side. So, I mean, each one are going to be unique and different. I love that. I love this little tree on here. Very, very, very cute card. Again, I do want to state, if you are currently watching this, and it is not, if you're watching this after September 4th, these will be available, but they are currently not available until September 4th. It is the Christmas label set. I think that you'll be able to do tons of beautiful cards. And it is called the Christmas label, but I would like you to note that there are things, Peace on Earth has nothing to do with Christmas. I mean, it could, but it doesn't have to. Celebrate the holidays in all the ways, goes either way. It's a hot cocoa day. I mean, yes, there is a Merry Christmas, but winter wishes. So if Christmas is not your thing, this has something for everyone. Warm and cozy. I think it's going to be a very good set. The other one that I used was the Falling Snow. This is a background stamp. Both of these are going to be available in the new catalog. This DSP, which was called the Winter Meadows, is available right now, and it is on sale. So when these come up, this will no longer be on sale. So I definitely wanted to get it because I really liked it from last year. And then these were the adhesive back trios. I will have all measurements. This card will go out on Friday in an email, so you want to sign up before Friday. I know, Bill. Let me get through this. Bill wants me to show you he bought me a present. And for those of you who are friends of mine and on Facebook and stuff, you guys know that I think cows are the cutest thing. Bill grew up on a dairy farm. He knows that I'm probably too city for cows, but he bought me a cow. And I'm not talking about something that fills our freezer.
Nope.
I now own a glass paperweight that is a Holstein. Isn't it cute? It is so cute. This thing's pretty heavy too. So in shipping, they did have a little horn break, but how stinking cute is this thing? This was a, I think this was some sort of a, I don't know, but it's adorable. So now I have a cow, so I can't keep telling him, can we get a cow? Can we get a cow? Because he wants me to take care of it, and I refuse to do that. Like, I just don't want to pick up after it. I don't mind having a cow, but I want him to take care of it, not me. And he said that doesn't work. So I have a beautiful cow. And if you come tomorrow, I have another little critter that was made also. I have a great show tomorrow. It is what is the word I'm looking for? Avid crafter. So it's not as simple as this. Be sure to like, comment, and share. Tell me what you enjoyed today. Let me know if you'll be making this card. Subscribe if you're watching this later on YouTube. That DSP, which was called Winter Meadow, is 15% off until the 31st, which is Saturday. If you have any of your coupons to redeem, this is the time to do it, because you can use your coupon on that paper and really get yourself a nice deal on some DSP. You won't find this in our catalog, in our annual catalog, the paper that I used tonight, but it is in our online store. The paper share that I was telling you about, I'm not going to go through all the details because I've been kind of advertising this, but it is a quarter pack of 12 by 12 or 6 by 6 DSP.
Get all the papers.
All the paper in the new holiday catalog with only a quarter of the cost, because I split it. Now this paper will not be in there, but the new ones will. And then last but not least is to sign up. You have to sign up yourself at www.piccadillystampin.blogspot.com to get my measurements. I give a supply list. This video that's playing right now will go in there, and photos of the project, so that you can copy the project exactly if you want to in your classes. I don't care if you're a demonstrator, sign up, or if you want to do them for personal use, that's fine too. So I hope this impromptu thing was fun, and you guys have a great evening.
See you tomorrow.
Take care. Bye-bye.